Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
Your voice matter, baby. Your voice matter. Oh, man. So you Cowboys, you done turned the good guy into a villain. So we over here looking at these old cryptic messages, you know. And I think it's pretty simple. Very simple. But we got to talk about it. And we will obviously talk about that. The OC's supposed to be coming too.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Here it is.
So we got to recap the game with the OC. So we got a lot to talk about, man. And we finna get into this, man. We finna get all the way into this OC.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it, my brother. From another mother, none other. Boss Cowboy, Slide Beezy, if you know him for real.
Man, if you know me for real, you know me by Slide Beezy. Hey, but don't tell him, man. Don't tell him. We gonna keep that in the past. We gonna keep that in the past. You gotta really know me to call me Slide B.
Boss Cowboy Sports,
Real talk.
where your voice matters.
Good God, a villain. We got OC.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights, it's sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Let's go.
New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a risk.
Let's go.
Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my D-Day.
Let's go.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Hit the alarm.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Man, welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. We need all the executives to have a seat. I cut that music out so we can get right to you, OC. I said, cut that music, get to the OC.
Yeah, man. So listen, man, a lot of interesting things, man, happen in this game. And, you know, the biggest word that I want to emphasize that I saw on the good side with the Cowboys is just being sound. Fundamentally sound. It just looks like a sound team. Much more sound. much more solid, in my opinion, and run fits. You saw some plays by, Deuce Vaughn. You saw, Trey Lance settle down in the pocket, make, some good throws, had a good TD run. I mean, you saw a pick six, by guys that are fighting to make the squad for the Cowboys on defense. Man, and you saw, some good things, man, just all the way around, solid performance, way to get the win, and just fundamentally sound. Just looks like a sound team. In particular, on defense, man, Mike Zimmer, look, he's doing a good job to me. I see the skeleton. It's not flesh and blood and bones yet, Boss Cowboy, but I see the skeleton of what he's doing. He's making these guys understand how to play responsibility, how to play in space, how to play gaps, and just be fundamentally sound. That's my opinion, Boss.
Yeah, man, we gonna definitely get into that preseason, because we want to hear from you. Nobody heard from the OC, so we want to hear from you on preseason. But we also want to talk about the topic that obviously everybody's talking about. Yeah, just for now. We gonna get to the football because everybody want to hear from you, bro. For real, everybody want to hear from you and your thoughts. And I'm gonna ask you some questions about the game and really try to unpack your thoughts. All right, but what does this mean to you?
Hey man, that's the good Spider-Man. His costume normally is red, but he's been converted to the dark side, man, like Darth Vader, man, and now he's the evil Spider-Man in this movie, and then he's about to put on that mask and just go all the way in on the dark side. And we've talked about this before, Boss Cowboy. Even before this clip, we've talked about this ad nauseum. What did we say? What did the Sith Lord say to Darth Vader? Your hatred has made you stronger. And you know what? CeeDee Lamb ain't playing no games. CeeDee Lamb is saying, hey, this blank, you better have my money. You better have my money. And if you don't have my money, you acting funny. And you know what, boss? I'll be honest with you. I actually like it. I enjoy it.
Why you like it? Because I hate it, bro.
No, I enjoy because this is what happened. There's an old saying, boss, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you walk around bullying people, hitting people, at some point, boss, what can you expect? You can expect somebody to hit you back, try to push you, and try to bully you.
This a
you
hit
see
back?
How that works, Boss Cowboy? It's
is this a hit back?
Boss. It's reciprocity. This is a part of the reciprocity process.
I think Jerry winning.
I don't think Jerry winning.
He winning.
I don't think he winning. If he is winning, it's going to be a win-win because CeeDee ultimately will get what he wants. And that's
he winning because everybody talking about it.
Oh, in that sense, yeah.
You got people like
my
girl right here, a Philly content creator, literally doing content. You see, this is what Jerry wanted, bro. Everybody talking about it. Talk to me. How is he not winning?
Because here's the thing. At the end, he's going to fold. He's going to concede. In terms of CeeDee Lamb getting what he wants and getting to that top number, they're going to have to concede to get CeeDee Lamb in the building. And that's where he will lose, right? So at the end of the day, man, I see CeeDee Lamb taking a hard and fast stance. And I'm saying from that perspective, because there's multiple ways to unpack this, to your point. Multiple ways. But from the CeeDee Lamb stance, it's, hey, I got to be the highest paid or equal to, or I'm not going to be there. And I like what he's doing in that regard. I'm being honest. I like it.
So, I hate it.
Okay.
And not that what CeeDee doing. I just hate all of this.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, if CeeDee Lamb have to go through all of this to get his, then there's no hope for anybody else. It's just no hope.
It's hope. It's hope. It's like, man, it's a pattern in a way in which you have to do business with the Dallas Cowboys. We've talked about this for years, and that's why you need to follow Boss Cowboy Sports. First of all, if you're new to the channel, man, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on X now, or formerly Twitter. Listen, you know this, boss. So you preached this from the mountaintops, boss Cowboys. You stood up there like Moses with the 10 Commandment tablets, boss, by yourself, preaching this message, what I'm about to say. So you are more than anybody else, boss Cowboy. You know this. You know that the bad guys win, and they don't respect soft. They respect hard. They respect you showing that you have the intestinal fortitude to stand up against them. If you don't stand against them, they would have just rolled him out another year. That's what they would have done. He would not have got signed, boss Cowboy. Me and you both know this. So if you are a good player, there's a certain way you have to do business with the Cowboys. It's unfortunate, boss. It is unfortunate. That's true. But it's a certain way you have to get things done. And CeeDee Lamb is doing what he has to do.
No, he doing good. Like, he doing what he got to do. I just hate the fact that they prolonged these discussions all the way into training camp.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's getting fined every day.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah, obviously, you know, they can, you know, make up for that. Whatever.
They can race his fine. Yeah.
But then it's also the fact that he's missing valuable time.
Hey.
And some people, like, you know, it's true that likely him and Dak still got great chemistry, but it's also an injury risk. Yeah. When you don't have CeeDee Lamb around the doctors, your trainers, and you just, because look what happened with Zeke. When Zeke held out, let me ask you a question. When Zeke held out, did he just start fast?
No, he didn't.
It was a ramp up.
Yeah.
Do you remember how long it took to ramp him up?
I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks.
3 games.
About 3 or 4 weeks, yeah.
Do we have time for that?
Well, it depends. It depends. It depends on how well this young offensive line plays. That's what it depends on. It depends on the play calling and scheme of Mike McCarthy to get Jake Ferguson and some of these other targets open. It depends, boss. It depends. If they play well, if the young offensive line comes out hot and they're playing very well, and we can run the ball effectively for 4 to 5 yards a pop, we got more time. If we need CeeDee Lamb to make vertical plays down the field and be the ultimate mismatch, which he is in a lot of regards, if we need that in the first 3 games, boss, and we don't have it, we don't have time. So my answer is
no. Your answer is really no to me.
Okay, why?
To me. Because when it's if, to me, it's no.
Okay. You can say that, but I'm saying we haven't seen enough game, and we're not going to really see that. We may see a little bit more than the next preseason game, but we haven't seen enough of that start and O play together, right? You know, outside of Dak Prescott, to really make a determination and to say what we can and what we can't do. You know, and so, yeah, he may be very well rusty, but CeeDee Lamb is one of those elite talents. I'm going to be honest. CeeDee Lamb is one of those elite talents. He still gives some catches and some productivity, like walking off the street, because he's that guy. He's just that good, and he trains on that level. So if you put a ball in the zip code, they signed him a week before, right? He ain't going to be his best, no. But is he still CeeDee Lamb? Yes. Is he going to be good enough to beat people one-on-one and make some plays if you set him up? Absolutely. He's still going to make some plays for you. But you do have the risk of that game intensity speed that he hadn't been playing at. And that's what you're talking about in terms of the injury risk. It's that game intensity speed where you can pull a hamstring and you can tweak something, right? That's what you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, you know. So it's just, you know, all of this gets frustrating, OC.
Yeah.
You know, last week, you got CeeDee Lamb sending out the LOL, you know?
Yeah.
And then Jerry doubled down on this again this week. He doubled down on it. And a lot of people try to make light of this. Oh, that was John Machota, boss. That was John Machota, OC.
Yeah.
He, you know, he was really just putting out clickbait, boss. Come on now.
I don't think
No,
so.
they frustrated. Dak is frustrated. Like Dak, when Dak said, I'm urgent last week, they are both saying they frustrated, OC.
Well, listen. It's the way that the Cowboys do business, and unfortunately, with Stephen Jones always trying to prove a point and be a negotiator and prove that he won a negotiation and haggle over the last $1 million, which is like $1 in this negotiation. Like he wants to haggle to the last minute, right? He wants to try to win and prove that he can get a win. And if that's the mentality versus, hey man, let's get this done because you deserve it and you're so important to our organization, like some other, in my opinion, more healthy organizations treat these negotiations if they have a star player. They treat like, okay, you're our guy, you're fantastic, let's take care of you, right? Miami Dolphins treat Tyreek Hill that way. You know, I can name, you know, the Chargers treated Justin Herbert that way, right? The Bengals treated Joe Burrow that way, right? So you see a lot of organizations, but we march to the beat of our own drum. And it's not only the attention, Boss Cowboy, it's the methodology and the way of thinking, which you're really not going to change unless you have like new ownership. This is the methodology and it's a way of doing business. It's their nomenclature. Nomenclature meaning language. It's their language. It's how they do stuff. And until that changes, we're going to deal with this with any high dollar negotiation and star player with the Cowboys. That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, it's the nature of it. It just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, don't feel good.
It's the reality though. It is the reality though. It's like if you signed up, if you saying DC 4L, this is what you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you signed up for. Like,
I mean, boss, if you were CeeDee Lamb, what would you do?
I would have requested a trade, to be honest.
Okay.
Knowing
they're not gonna do it.
Huh?
Knowing that they're not gonna do it.
Yeah. I would have pushed the envelope. I would have requested a trade more so to get me in camp, not even just to get me paid.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have requested a trade because I would already saw, this is the only thing that's get y'all attention. I want up out of here. Ian would have been reporting, CeeDee Lamb has requested a trade out of Dallas. Now, the main reason I would be doing that is because I would be trying to send a signal to front office that y'all not serious about winning. The fact that y'all don't have me out here working out with the Rams at practice where I can get reps against a first team defense where it don't count against the team, y'all not serious enough. So trade me. Don't even trade me for the money. Trade me because you're not serious. I want to be in an organization that's serious.
That'll be such a good tactic and a great headline. I mean, ESPN, the other networks, they would eat that up, boss. That's actually a great tactic. I wish you could talk to CeeDee. Tell CeeDee that. That'll probably get him signed fast. He'll be signed the next day. He'll be signed. Y'all, the Cowboys are not serious per CeeDee Lamb. You know, that would go viral. That would be really cool. You know,
Taylor did it.
Yeah.
That's what Taylor had to do with the Colts. True. Yeah, sometimes you request a trade, and really, somebody from Dallas got to show that they don't need Dallas, to be honest.
Right.
Somebody from Dallas needs to. Y'all think Dallas too great. You think Dallas, because we in Dallas, you think we supposed to give a discount. You think Dallas too great. I got to show you that I can replace you, little mama. See, you think I can't replace you. I got to show you that Kansas City looks just as good as you. I got to show you that the Raiders look just as good as you. And that they gonna have me in camp trying to win something. They not gonna be playing with me like y'all playing. Trade me.
You know what? I love it, boss. I love it. I think that that's actually a fantastic strategy if he would do it because of the fact that what do we hear from most players? We hear, oh, they love Dallas. They want to be here, right? That type of stuff. But is that the wrong tactic, right? To say that you want to get me signed. What if you flip the script and you say, hey, you know what? I would like to be here, but I don't have to be here, based upon how you treat me, type situation, which is kind of what you're getting at. So I like it, man. I love it.
Because, man, people not putting it together how disrespectful they been to Dak, Michael Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb.
Man, they don't care.
People forgot that Jerry said in the offseason when he was talking to James Slater, remember they was in a press conference, and he said, if anybody want to know why they ain't got paid, it's me.
I ain't ready to go.
I ain't ready to go. So if I'm CeeDee Lamb, I'm like, well, what else I got to do?
Right.
What else I gotta do? I done broke Michael Irvin record. Y'all didn't even start targeting me to week 6, to after San Fran. So basically, in a nutshell, you can almost say that he got 1,700 yards in 11 games. So basically, you're on a 2,000 yard. You're on a record pace, Calvin Johnson pace. The whole offense was ran through me. I ain't ready to go. Well, what were we waiting on? What we waiting on? So,
you're right, bro.
So that's what would you do? You asked me what I would do. What would you do if you was CeeDee Lamb? You put it on me or put it on you?
Oh man, I mean, what I would do if I was CeeDee Lamb, simply put, man. Well, let me go back because I would have put out a statement in the media like around May and just say, look, I'm not coming to camp unless I have a new contract. I would not be playing for Dallas Cowboys. I would have did what they do. I would have made a big deal about it. I would have needed an interview. I'd have let somebody sit down and interview with me, and then I would have spilled a little bit of tea, not all the tea, just a little bit of tea on kind of how they do stuff in my feelings, and then that would have been a snowball story, and then what it would have created is public pressure for me to get signed, and also it would have prompted a response. Because, Jerry not going to be outdone. He's not going to be embarrassed. It would have prompted a response. That's what I would have did. And I would have incrementally put out drip campaigns. When I say drip, I would have put out a message every couple of weeks about basically my displeasure, right? That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have been as quiet. I would have put out stuff about my displeasure.
Look at this.
And then I would have been signed earlier. That's what I would have done.
Oh, my goodness. You know why there's 5s thinking they're 10s, though, right? The damn KO. Y'all find a way to super chat that dude. Boy, that's the comment of the simps. And see, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. I ain't gonna get into that. Okay. So let me.
We should on another channel. Quick. That'd be really cool.
Hold on, this is funny. This always happens. This is also why. This is why CeeDee Lamb is the villain now. See, y'all, I don't think they get it.
Yeah.
See, it's actually not him that turned him into the villain. It's Jerry and them that turned him into the villain.
Right.
Let me explain, though, see, because I know you with me already. Let me explain to them. See, my boy Kick Ass Media 214. Okay. He said, they said Jerry offered him $33 million and he said no. With the shoulder shrug. Brother, don't you know you need to know more than that?
Yeah, they always play that game.
See that, and it worked on him. It worked on Kick Ass. It got him. See, now Kick Ass look at CeeDee Lamb as the villain because they looking at him like he turned down $33 million. Kick Ass, do you know anything about the guarantee that was offered?
Oh, hell no.
Do you know about the duration that was offered?
Oh, hell no.
Don't you think you need to know that before you even think about what he turned? Don't you got to know the details of the other parts of the contract, OC?
Yes, sir. You also need to know what was the guarantee.
Yep.
What was the upfront signing bonus?
Yep.
What was the payment schedule?
Yep.
In which he will receive his compensation?
Yep. But it worked on him. He thinks CeeDee Lamb greedy. So guess what? Now CeeDee Lamb is the villain. They don't get the message. I get it. Jerry and them did that to him. Now, go ahead, OC. You was talking. I got something else to say once you finish that.
No, you go ahead, bro. I'm going to flow with you. Go ahead.
Bro, this is the worst part. This is what I hate about being in Dallas, and I'm being honest. They sell people that you should give a discount because you're a Dallas Cowboy. But when it's time for you to get paid, they then put salt in the oats that you're supposed to eat from. What you're supposed to eat from as a Dallas Cowboy player is the fans. You're supposed to be able to throw the event and the fans like you so they come out. But when you got people like 214, I forgot his name. He greedy. He turned down 33 million. So guess who he blaming? CeeDee. So now guess what? CeeDee is now the villain. Good guy to villain. Yeah.
Well, I think this, man. The Cowboys have done this tactic, even going back to Dak Prescott. We offered him such and such per year.
Yeah, they did.
Right? They did the exact same thing. There are no new tricks.
He turned down 32.
The devil has no new tricks. It's like, no offense, I'm not calling him the devil, but I'm saying, I'm giving an analogy to say.
It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
What you've seen before is what you'll see again. Right. If you normally get mad every time somebody cuts you off on the road, that's what's gonna happen to you. Invariably, somebody's gonna cut you off on that road, and you're gonna have to make a decision. Am I supposed to blow up and explode, or am I gonna keep my cool, right? Because it's nothing new. And they've done this same stuff, trying to play the fan base, and then twist it. A billionaire saying we offered you $33 million, and you're not the highest paid when you are the best receiver statistically in the NFL, without knowing terms or details, to save us $1 million or $2 million per year, and you a billionaire. You know what? They just said the Dallas Cowboys organization was worth the first organization, the franchise, to pass $10 billion in worth. So let's get honest about this, please. I do not feel sorry for you or surrounding paying a wide receiver that has paid his due. His career could be over in one play, paying that man his due when he's been productive. He's been great for you. I don't feel sorry for you paying a man an extra $1 or $2 million a year. I do not feel sorry for you, and I never will. I'm sorry.
Elaborate, please.
Well, here's the thing about the whole situation, man. It's like this, man. People don't really get the nuances of dealing with a contract negotiation, and that it's about the details, right? But then also, after you deal with details, you also have to deal with what's the average lifespan, right, of a player in this league. And look at what happened to Michael Gallup. They re-signed. Thank God Michael Gallup got his money, right? But look, man, Michael Gallup tore that ACL, and he was never the same. He ended up retiring. So it's one thing that could ruin your career and your legacy and your lifespan. And it's truly one of those things, boss, where tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow, you one play away from complete irrelevancy when it comes to football. And to boot, boss, and I'm almost done, it's market standard. Don't look at the 33 million, look at the market standard. If the market standard is 35 or $36 million, as an example, and you are at the top of your game, you should be paid market standard. And this is the argument the Boss Cowboy Sports has always had as it relates to the quarterback position. But if you are at the top of your game in any position, you are going to merit top dollar based upon your previous performance, based upon the other people that have been paid in your position. And that's the conversation with CeeDee Lamb, and that's what the fan base, I would say the fan base that doesn't pay attention to the details on this, that's the part that needs to be understood.
All right, I gotta show you two comments that to me puts it all together, and I'm gonna take this super chat from B-Bird.
Go ahead.
But this amazingly puts it all together to me. All right, the first one come from Kick Ass Again, right? We gotta pay Parsons, Dak, and CeeDee. We.
Great point.
We.
People miss that.
We.
So,
all right, I got another one. And see, you spoke about this, OC. You spoke about this before. How Jerry and them be playing to fan envy. See, look at this one. 808 Cowboy 77. 33 million ain't enough? You kidding me? What y'all think he should get then? Then cry when we can't keep other talents. And this is B Bird. Listen, y'all. A lot of people get stuck on that bumper sticker of the average of 33 or 34. You know that's not the real number. It's the cap hit. Y'all know that, right? Mm-hmm. So for all of y'all who been mad at Dak, Mr. 40 million, he getting 40 million. Do you know the Cowboys have never paid even close to 40 million? Yeah. Did y'all know that? Should I show him, OC? Or I ain't gonna show him.
You know what? You got if you can quickly show them, because people don't believe. People don't believe. They just think we making stuff up.
All right, let me show him.
But while you do that, the first comment says we paid Dak. We gotta pay Dak. CeeDee. Does everybody understand why that was said? We. Well, here's the situation. You know,
remember Malcolm X said when the slave was on, the first thing he says, "We sick, boss." Mm-hmm. They used to put themselves with their slave master. We sick, boss. We gotta pay. We gotta pay Micah. No, you don't.
Yeah,
you ain't paying nothing. Go ahead, OC. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you're not paying nothing per se, but in the sense of how the Cowboys do business, we would pay if you go support them games. Them ticket prices going up a little bit, that merch costing a little bit more. Like, the whole point is this, and let me just cut to the chase. The Joneses go make their money.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? The Joneses are gonna make their money.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna look. Their end of year profit is not public. It's not published. Do you know maybe perhaps why? Because if you knew how much money they made, you would have financial envy. Instead of being mad at the player, if you knew how much bread they really made, you would have financial envy. And guess what? They couldn't do what they just did to CeeDee Lamb in the media, because you would be like, no sir, I'm not having it. You just cleared $428 million. I'm just making up a number.
Right.
You would not feel sorry at all if you actually knew. Which is why they don't want you to know about them. Here's the thing. They don't want you to know about them balls, but they want to tell on others.
Yeah.
Isn't that a shame?
We offered him 33. Oh, how much you think he should get?
How much why don't you publicize this? How much did you make last year, sir? If you want to put on everybody else's paper, but here's the whole thing. It's not about the number. Let me ask a question to the person who made this comment. If you were in a job, suppose, and you made $100,000 a year, all right? But your counterpart, that is your equal, made $150,000 a year, and y'all did the same job and you did it at the same level or maybe a little bit better than your counterpart, let me ask this question. Would you not want to be paid $150,000 a year? Put your answer in the chat. Right. Would you feel cheated or slighted? Let me ask this question. Would you feel cheated or slighted knowing that they got paid $150,000 a year and you made $50,000 less a year, as an example, and you did the same job just as good as them or a little bit better? How would you feel about that? That's the question.
Right. So I got the cap hits now. So we go try to tell you the truth. It's gonna be up to you. Can you handle it?
You can't handle the truth.
We gonna tell you the truth. Cause see, I remember the days of them trying to make Dak sound greedy. Dak turned down 33. Dak turned down 30. The same game. What did you say, OC? The Satan play the same games.
Same game.
It's the same game. It was trying to make Dak look greedy. They doing that to CeeDee right now. So what was y'all hearing? He want 40 million. Dak, that greedy mofo. 40 million. How much he need? Well, the cap hit. So what Jerry Nim actually had to pay out, OC, wow. When you look at this, his first year in that contract was only 17 million. Wow. Second year, only 19 million on the cap hit. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Third year only 26. But what was leaked out there to make Dak look greedy? Dak turned down 30. So in people's mind, they thinking that Dak and CeeDee is taking $33 million out the cap when it's really the cap hit, not the average per year. The cap hit can change based on how much bonus you put up front.
Yep.
How you either backload or front load the contract, where basically you can have most of it come due on the back end, where you are taking advantage of a rising cap every year. So by the time it come due, it doesn't hurt as bad. See, they ain't gonna tell you all those details. They just gonna make him sound greedy by saying he turned down 33 million. And some of y'all go fall for it. Even though I just showed you the cap hits by Spot Track. Like, I'm showing you the evidence, I'm showing you my work, and people still gonna be like, we sick, boss. We gotta play Micah. And what a lot of y'all don't, we gotta play Dak, and a lot of y'all didn't notice that if they would have paid Dak earlier, they would have saved millions, because they would have been able to extend it out, and they would have been able to take that to get more free agency. Y'all don't know that.
Mm-hmm. And you have the clip, and maybe you don't have it, I'll just say it. Stephen Jones said one of his biggest regrets,
I'll pull it, was
is
not
how
paying
long
Dak.
he took and not paying Dak sooner. How long he took and not paying Dak immediately. He
Yep.
said one of his biggest regrets.
He said his biggest regret. Yeah.
Yeah, his biggest with something of that nature. His biggest regret. But here's the issue. Then here's my question, boss, and this is something that baffles me. Even me, the OC, is baffled. I think I know the answer, but I want to throw it out for the fans. Why, if that was your biggest regret, why do you continue to delay paying big name free agents that you know you need, or guys that will be free agents?
I know why. I had the answer to that.
Okay, please share.
They make so much money on publicity.
True.
So that's why they making the same mistake twice. They not dumb. It's the publicity they getting off this. That's why I said they not mad at what CeeDee posted with Venom. They not mad. They like, oh, good. Everybody gonna be talking about that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why do you think their valuation is the highest in the world with no Super Bowls? What's been producing all this money? Eyeballs. The ability to market the Cowboys without winning. Yeah.
Which is genius in and of itself.
It is. But the cost of it is you have to take, that's why I call it the Kardashian model. The Kardashian when you look at Kim Kardashian, she can't sing, she can't dance. At best, she fine and pretty, which is a dime a dozen in America. It's 20 million Kim Kardashians in terms of face, booty, all of that. But what made her wealthy is her willingness to take the most private parts of her and put it on camera. Starting with Ray J. And you get more publicity from that, and you able to charge for the eyeballs that you generate.
Yeah.
So the most private parts of you supposed to be contracts. That's why most teams don't let their negotiations out in the public. It's ugly everywhere, but it's only Dallas that exposes that ugliness to everybody. And that's why they make the same mistakes. They not dumb. It's the money they making off of. That's why they wait till August. They could have. He said, if y'all want to know, it's me. He like, yeah, I'm finna milk this out. That's what Trey Lance about. Why do you think they got Trey Lance and then talk to Mike McCarthy or the scouts? Because it was a business move. They was like, this is finna generate a lot of publicity. This is finna be a lot of controversy.
Facts.
So, you know, it just can't you handle the truth because we giving it to you.
You can't handle the truth.
We giving it to you. So they not stupid because a lot of people, they're stupid. They're stupid. Why do you keep running up your price? Because you making billions. You making billions. So yeah, I run up my price on CeeDee Lamb. I run up my price on Dak to make another billion. Yeah. Yeah. Because guess what everybody gonna be talking about tomorrow? Venom. And it's gonna be more free marketing for Jerry Jones. Why do you think he doubled down on he ain't urgent? He wanted the negative publicity. He wanted it. So anyway.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna flip the subject real quick because we go talk about Zeke too, because that's been going around. We gonna talk about Zeke. That's been going around. But I want to talk about the major football stuff though first. Because the major football, all right, this is a good question. And I like how 808 is coming. He said, what kind of overall contract you think he deserves and what you think CeeDee looking for? You want to answer that and I'll answer it?
Yeah, I think he's looking for an APY of close to Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is the highest paid guy, non-quarterback. And CeeDee Lamb is looking to be equal or a little bit more. I think if you make him equal in terms of his deal, maybe with a few dollars more, I think CeeDee Lamb signs. So if you look at the Justin Jefferson deal and how it was set up, I think he's looking for similar compensation. And if I can say around 35 to 35 and a half APY a year, gets it done with probably 114 to 118 million dollars fully guaranteed, with the opportunity to enter into the market again after 5 years. I think if they're trying to give him a 6 year, he's not going to take it. I think he would take a 4 to 5 year extension at max, which is what he should do. That's what I think.
So I'm going to pull the exact clip of what he said. Y'all give me a second.
All right.
And the super chats coming in, man. We go have to stop in a second because y'all rolling them super chats in there.
Yeah, man. Let's take care of the people, man. Get their questions answered, man. We appreciate y'all's support, man.
Yeah, we go pause the show to answer your question. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all his words, okay? This is his words. So you asking, what did he want? This is off the cuff. So I'm answering a personal question for you, big bro. Okay? This is you getting real service to your question. We gonna answer your question. Here we go.
You want to be back? Contract coming up. Gotta secure it. What numbers? I can't give you no numbers right now. But I tell you this. One of the top. Paid receivers for sure. No. If not the. Break the bank. If not the. Break the bank. If not the, brother. That's always the goal. You know what I'm saying? You know, you work hard to be in this position. So just having this opportunity, you know, I'm trying to take full advantage. 100%. You want to be a Cowboy for life? Absolutely. There's no secret about that. You want to be back?
He said one of the. So in other words,
if not the,
which he basically was saying he's open to be flexible to not be the top. He left some flexibility, you know. He sound like he trying to be top 2. Now, if y'all paying attention, they said that they haven't sent the offer up to 33 million. Which meaning they giving offers in the range of 3 and 4. People not paying attention to that. And they not paying attention to, nobody knows the duration that they offered him either. So what if you offered him a 33 million 5 year? That's trash.
Right.
Because that means it would take him 5 years to get back into the market. Versus Jefferson 4. See, everybody just talking about the 33 is more than the 33.
Right.
AJ Brown got a 3. Let me ask you a question. Which one is better? AJ Brown at 3 or Justin Jefferson at 4? Which one better? AJ. See, people don't know why Kirk Cousins is the highest paid. People ain't never figured it out. Kirk is the first person to do short-term contracts fully guaranteed. And he literally been doing that since Washington. So the tag, that's guaranteed. Then he got tagged twice. That was guaranteed, dollar for dollar. Then he went to Minnesota, got a 3-year deal, fully guaranteed. Then he did another one for 2 years, fully guaranteed. But he kept getting pay raises because he able to what? Get back in the market. Who's the 6th most richest quarterback right now? I know you know, OC, because you told me.
Man,
Kirk.
You made me go back and think. Oh yeah, it's Kirk. That's
It's
right.
Kirk.
Making sure I had that right. Yeah, it's Kirk.
Kirk, 6th all time.
All time.
Because he know how to get back into that market. That's why AJ Brown is better, because he gonna be able to get back into the receiver market in 3 years when it's gonna be way higher. So yeah. Anyway, man, I didn't want to get kind of in the weeds. So that's to answer your question. And you say, what does he deserve? So I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that these agents are going in there saying, you're not Tyreek Hill. You're not Justin Jefferson. They're not negotiating like that. You know what they negotiate on? How much the team is making on you. So then if it's based on that, let's ask a question. Who is making their team more? Huh? CeeDee Lamb is making them Cowboys the most out of all receivers. So if I'm making the most off of him, he deserves the most back. See, y'all ain't ready to hear that. Y'all ain't ready.
Because who do people come and see? It's the stars that people pay to come and see. It's the stars that buy the jerseys.
Yep.
It's the stars that little boys say, I want to be a receiver just like CeeDee Lamb. Mom, Dad, can you take me to the game? I love CeeDee Lamb. He's my favorite player. Okay, little Johnny, let's go buy $500 and get you some good tickets and pay another $100 in parking. I'll buy you his jersey for $100. As a matter of fact, we'll all get jerseys.
You go hard
and then we'll go buy you $50 nachos and $25 hot dogs. And we'll go see the Cowboys. No, listen. This is true.
It's true.
And it's tens and thousands of people that do it every Sunday, every home
in every city.
It's a boot. And there you go. In every city. And look now, the NFL. See, let me put you all the way on game. The NFL is an international game. It's a worldwide game. So the Cowboys just don't get sales from the United States. They get sales all over the world for anybody that follows the Cowboys or likes their players. That's not facts, boss. You got to show numbers. Show numbers about what exactly are you referring to, sir?
All right. So listen, y'all. I've been doing this for a long time. I've done multiple shows where I've shown what agents. Okay. So we showed on this channel Boris, the richest agent in the world, explain how they negotiate with owners. And it ain't just he had this many catches and this many touchdowns. No, if it was that easy, you could be an agent. If it was just how many touchdowns, how many all pros, it's that's a part of the discussion, but that's a minor part. That's like how much you making off CD. That's what they go come in there with. And they go break it all the way down. They go say, yeah, on the jersey sales, you made $250 million. Your ad value from him is also another $250 million. If I compare that to Jefferson only made his team 10% of that. Therefore, we are commanding a higher value. Yeah, that's how it works. Of course, you got to have some type of production, but they ain't walking in there with just talking production. Nah. But fans think it work like that. Fans think, oh, he's not Tyreek Hill. Dak Prescott, he's not Mahomes. Anyway, if y'all don't get it, I can't make you get it. I'm gonna just move on. I quit. Like, this is what it is. Some people just, they just want to believe front office, and that's okay. If that's just what you want to believe, go for it. I ain't gonna tie your arms. It's what it is. Now I want to get to this though. See, this is the biggest thing we gonna talk about today. I can't wait to talk to you about this, because I don't think nobody paying attention to this, bro. Look at this. We gonna break this down. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy. Trey Lance just need reps. He needs to play in games. What? OC, did I read that?
Yeah. Particularly in the drop back passing game, he clearly took a step Saturday.
Somebody answer that question for me. How is Trey Lance go play in games when your quarterback Dak Prescott?
Well, I think that he could be speaking to him needing just more game experience in order to develop into everything that he could be, right? That's a way to interpret that. The other way to interpret that is to say that this, and we already knew that they would pump up and give Trey Lance tons of reps. We said this months ago. We knew he would get tons of reps. He would get tons of press, right? And so, yeah, he could also be. I'm going there. Thank you for the comment. He also could be setting this thing up and being a water carrier, an internal water carrier for front office to simply say, oh yeah, we could possibly be great with him. He just needs reps. He's selling optimism in the event that Dak Prescott is not signing Dak Prescott walks, which is, by the way, becoming increasingly a possibility as we get late into August and closer to game one. It's becoming an increasing possibility.
I think it's what D.A. Lee said. I think Mike McCarthy being a puppet. I do.
Well, he's trying to get that extension. Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, Mike. Hey, that $25 million is not easy to come by.
That's what I think it is.
Do what you got to do, Mike.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what I bet he's doing. We don't know for sure, because MWF is right. They could be trying to set up a trade. We can leave some possibility for that. But I've been listening to Mike McCarthy. He's been sounding crazy. Like, he been talking about stuff like those fourth down reps will really go pay off into the future. He said that last week. How? You see what I'm saying? How? And it sounds like more than garbage time to me.
He's selling optimism on players that could in fact need to be used in the event that certain players, in particular Dak Prescott, is not here. So he's selling optimism for that. I'm trying to listen.
I see you trying though. I ain't never seen you stuck before. See, you got stuck right in my face, bro. I'm
trying to make heads or tails of what he actually means and what he's doing, right? With this whole thing, man. And I just need to see a little bit more. I'm gonna say that I don't want to.
Why are we talking about Trey in the future, bro?
Because they have to talk about Trey in the future if Dak is not here, and they can't get
Dak
Shadir's
there,
ass.
bro.
Shadir Sanders.
Dak is there. He ain't miss.
Yeah,
What they
because look,
doing?
they salt the oats, bro. They always make the starter mad, and it always plays into Dak Prescott's hand, by the way. Because the more they can mention Trey and his development, how good he is, the more pissed off it's gonna make Dak. And when he gets a chance to play, the sharper he's gonna be. So this actually works to our benefit in terms of at least this season. It's gonna make him go bananas. The more he has to stand there and watch Trey Lance play and say he's improving, he's good, he's this, it's gonna lock in Dak Prescott. So this actually is a good thing, boss. It works to our advantage in terms of Dak play when we get to the regular season. I'm telling you. And the controversy does do big numbers. It absolutely does. And it's all, everybody's going to jump on that fodder. Oh, yeah, Trey Lance is taking a step. He's progressing. He's the man acting as if Dak Prescott is still in the building, first of all. You're acting like the man is still not here.
That's
And
what
you're
I'm
like,
saying.
yeah,
That you acting like the Dak is not there, bro.
It's kind of like complimenting a pretty woman in front of your girlfriend. You sitting there saying, "Oh, you look so good. You look amazing," and your wife, your girlfriend standing right there. It's like it's disrespectful. And I get what you're saying. It is disrespectful. It's borderline disrespectful. It's definitely disrespectful.
It's definitely disrespectful, bro. We talking about like OC. Can you name any other team talking about the backup quarterback like that?
No, but it's the Cowboys' way. It's brilliant. This is a marketing engine like no other, bro. Like no other. Bro, I mean, listen, you can talk about a third stringer in the Dallas Cowboys. If Jerry Jones makes a comment and says, Mozzie is going to be the best defensive nose tackle in the league. I see his future. It's going to be all over ESPN because that's the power. That's the power of this marketing machine, bro. It's the power. And you think? And then look. All these networks, they will have analysts. Look, they would have analysts breaking down Mozzie tape on the film. Do you think he'll be compared to this guy? Do you think? And it'll run for like 2 or 3 weeks. It'll be like awesome. So I'm saying that's the power of the marketing engine, man. This is a Dallas Cowboys. This is a city. This is a team like no other. It is like no other. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
We gotta take these super chats, bro. God, dog, these super chats are fire, bro. Ooh, I can't wait to get to these super chats. You gotta go. God, dog, it.
I do supers, bro.
Man. It's all good. Because we ain't even talk about Zeke yet, bro.
Okay, I'm going to stay for Zeke. We'll talk about Zeke.
We got to get on Zeke, bro. We got to get on Zeke. And then you out.
We'll get on Zeke.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Y'all clap for the OC, man. The OC making some sacrifices. Coach Marv, we're going to start with his super chat because he coming from the top turnbuckle. He done went all the way crazy. He said Mike McCarthy is a beta cornball coach. Call Mike McCarthy a beta. Mike McCarthy looking kind of beta. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He looking. I smell a little bit of beta on him, bro. All this selling Trey Lance. That look like they get out there and sell it, boy.
Hey. Yeah. Once unsullied, always unsullied.
Facts.
So if you have been unsullied for a couple years with a guy that's 30 years younger than you and forced upon you and you took it for a couple years, this is light work. This is easy. Hey, carry this bucket of water and talk about Trey Lance. Okie dokie, we're taking the bucket out. We're gonna talk about, I got you, next interview. This is easy. I don't have to deal with 2 years of working with a coach I really don't like or agree with. This is fantastic. This is like great. This is easy work. This little messaging here, this is easy work for Mike. This is nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
It's nothing, bro.
Steve Vicara said everyone has to remember that the Jones are businessman first, then football.
Facts. This is like when I was in college, man. And look, my line position coach, man, he said, I want you to remember that football is number 2.
Yeah.
Football is number 2. Your academics
Is number
they're
one.
number 1.
Do it again, OC. Do it again. Do it again.
Is that football? I want you to remember is number 2. It's number 2. Your academics and your degree is actually number 1. You see this? You see these? It's number 1. So just remember that when you did the Dallas Cowboys. Just remember that. Football is number 1. Okay, you see that? Number 1. Business is number 2. You remember that? You remember this? It's number 2. It's number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Business is number 2.
Yeah, that's the game. He say, boss, I don't think Mike McCarthy gonna call runs like he should. Me neither.
Maybe
I don't. I never did. Nah. And I also think we're making a little bit too big deal out of it. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody might be able to talk me out of it, but I think we tripping. B Bird. He said, the Jones Bank on a 95% to turn on players. Ooh, B-Bird wise, man. B-Bird be having some wise. All right, yeah, he right. Cause only 5% know what we know, for real. Like only probably 5% know about the cap and you know how it's really not 33 or really not 40. It's the cap here. Most people thinking, yeah, he right, and they turn on them players. Sidney Jones said, too cheap to sign Dalvin last year and Gilly this year. Remember Gilly locked down AJ and we just let the Vikings. Yeah, we did. We let the Vikings sign him. Shake my head. Scared money don't make it. Yep. Then we got us another super chat. He say, wish Dak went to Brady route by taking a hefty signing bonus and a small cap hit. The Super Bowl doesn't count against the cap. We could keep him surrounded with top tier talent. The only thing, Marcus, is even when we save money, we don't spend it. We don't.
Correct.
Right?
So then why would you give a discount?
Right.
And who's to say they offered him a significant enough signing bonus where it made sense for him to take it?
Right. Yeah.
That's what you got to think about.
Yep. So then we got 2 more. Then we're going to talk about... B-Bird said this. He just said it another way. He said only about 5% of our fans know about contract structure, guarantee money, signing bonus. The other 95 see $250 million and just divided by 5 years. Yeah, that's fact. That's fact.
Yep.
That's why you need independent channels, though, bro. That's why you need independent channels. You need independent channels to where you can wake people up. You can, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can really give them the truth, because a lot of Cowboy fans mean well. They don't know that they've been played. They don't know that the scheme of this is to make CeeDee look greedy. Because you got to ask yourself, who the one leaked the offer? Who leaked it? Have you ever thought about that? How did they know it was $33 million? Who told them? And who did you tell?
Somebody that was to go, hey, look, boss, they did this. Somebody's gonna do this. Carry your water, carry your water, carry your water.
See, people never ask that question. How did it get out there and who was it?
No.
Who was it? And why did they do it? So anyway, let's get to Zeke, bro.
Yeah, man.
Now, I want to play this real quick because a lot of people don't know this, but the O.C. was a staunch Zeke critic. Mm-hmm. Very much so. Where I missed your super chat. Hold on. We will put it back in there. Put it back in there. We will. I'll address it. But people don't know you was against Zeke. Like, we debated it hard during the draft week. Remember, we debated.
Yeah.
And the O.C. literally said, "I'm gonna go check his film." Almost like, man, y'all capping. You remember that?
I did.
This is what the OG came back with. Ain't no problem, big dog. I want to get to your thoughts on Zeke. Hold on real quick. No, this one.
So it's a depth pick
Obviously, they're showing that they believe in the running back room. They believe in Zeke. And I got some thoughts about that I'll share after this
This day 3 of the draft.
about Zeke after looking at more of his film yesterday and today. All right. And I'm going to retract some stuff.
Oh, wait! I told you. First of all, wait. Hold on real quick before he recants some stuff.
Listen, man.
That's big because I know the OC killed it yesterday.
That's a true football person. OC a true football person. You can make an opinion, but when you look at it, you got to look at it again to make sure your opinion is correct.
Yeah, slow until you know. That's a slow.
Right. You don't never look at and say, all right, man, you got to look at it and evaluate it. You probably find some gold in everybody.
Can you talk about your process, please, sir?
Yeah, so my process was really to break down Ezekiel Elliott versus 5 to 6 teams. And so in doing so, I saw that Ezekiel Elliott, when giving a clean line of blocking on the first level, was still effective at getting to the second level. I saw him being effective on a short pass game and screens in the flats and showing the burst to get past linebackers and the sprint down the field. I also still saw what I thought that he would be inside running physical toughness, but what I saw this past year without the leg injuries, is I saw a quickness and a burst in the hole that I hadn't seen in a couple years. And so coming away from that, I couldn't say that Zeke was washed. I had to say that, man, Zeke still has gas in the tank. It's about proper execution and how you use Zeke. I think you need to use Zeke in a certain way to get the most out of him. But I think that's most players, by the way. I think that's most players, all right? And I think that Zeke, as long as he's physically healthy, he'll be much closer, not exactly, to a younger Zeke. And I'm going to go ahead and go out public and say this. I think that with our line, and barring injury, and when I say barring injury, I mean to Zeke or significant injuries to our offensive line, I think that Zeke has a shot to go for over 1,000 this year. After just looking at the Cowboys, evaluating this, doing a lot of deep nosedive, and I won't get into all that today, but I think that Zeke has a shot at going for a little over 1,000 this season, man.
Are you a Zeke fan?
Am I a Zeke fan? I'm a Zeke enthusiast. I hope Zeke does well. Fan is more like, hell or high water type dude. I'm a team. I'm a fan of the Cowboys, and I want them to do well. But I'm a Zeke enthusiast. I hope he does very well. I'm not a hardcore fan, but I hope he does well.
I would say absolutely not. I would say you're not a Zeke fan because me and you debated this, and you was relentless and showed no mercy.
Oh, I did.
That pussy, I showed mercy.
I did. I'm admitting I did.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm saying that you have credibility. Because a lot of people, when you say and talk like what you said, people think, oh, you like Zeke or you standing for Zeke or no. Me and you was debating it the day before. That's why it erupted like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you think going on with Zeke? And because I think it's fatigue. I think people just tired of Zeke. Because the arguments people are making don't make sense. It don't make sense.
I hate to say it this way, but this is the best analogy. Why do dudes turn in their older wife for the young secretary? Why? Younger, better looking, less tread, but ultimately in a lot of cases they end up being letdowns. They're not the same as the quality, the consistency, the trust, the safety that you have with the woman you've been with for a real long time. You turn them in for the younger, shinier model. Why? Because we're always chasing the thrill as fans, boss. We are a euphoric generation. We want the high. We want the new thing. We have the cafeteria syndrome, boss. We have our plate of food. Our plate of food is sufficient. We look at somebody else's plate. I don't have that on my plate. Give me some of that. And you're reaching over there and you're trying to snatch food off somebody else's plate that you really don't even need because you have everything that you need. It's the cafeteria syndrome, boss cowboy. That's why we want the younger, shinier model. And sometimes it works out. But often, just because it's newer and it's shinier doesn't mean it's better. And so that's why people are kind of like, and then Zeke had some injury problems the last couple of years that he was here, and he did not have massively productive seasons for the amount of money that the Cowboys were paying him, which is why they let him go. In fair balance, okay? In fair balance. But even though he had injuries, when you're paying a dude that much money, it's like, hey, it's very hard to justify if he doesn't have the productivity. But I think that's why, Boss Cowboy, and I think that to be fully balanced on this, the Cowboys, in my opinion, should have drafted a running back a couple of years ago. We broke down the draft, and it was 5 to 10 quality backs. It was quality backs in this year's draft that they could have gotten, okay? That they could have invested draft capital in and got a quality back, but they didn't. And obviously, they're comfortable with Zeke. They like Zeke, and he's back.
You know what I think it is? One, I think it's Zeke fatigue. Two, I think people are stubborn. I think they want to be right, and I think they forcing it. Three, I think it's clicks. I think it's my clique thinks this, versus your clique. It's not about what's true, because it's a lot of reaching. It's a lot of reaching, and it's a lot of people, to me, determined to prove they was right about not liking Zeke about 3 years ago. And so they stand on it despite evidence, right? Number four, I think it's too much stat nerd analysis. So like, let me give you a good example. So Dan Rogers debated him before on Boss Cowboy Sports. He was very cool about the debate, very respectable. Check this out. He said, I would be satisfied with the Cowboys running back room if it consisted of Rico Dowdle and Royce Freeman. And I said, because I'm like, oh my God, why do people leave off injury history in a debate between Rico, Royce, and Zeke as RB1? You notice that, OC? Every time you hear somebody make the case that Rico is better, which I would agree. Rico is more electric than Zeke right now. I see more explosion. So if anybody see that, I actually agree with you on that, right? But how do you factor in Rico as RB1 and don't factor in injury into your debate? Because doesn't that change the value of RB1 in your plan if you really thinking through it? Doesn't that change it, OC? If my running back has never been healthy ever since he's been in college, even with limited reps, why would you give him the main reps? If he can't handle backup reps and it bangs him up, why would you give him the main reps, even if he better? How does that make sense?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't want to call nobody's baby ugly, and I think Rico's a good back when healthy. But the reality of this game is it's super physical, and there's a thing that says the best ability is availability. And when you're a running back, that really plays a lot into your career. If you are oft injured, it's very tough, man, to get a rhythm and to get stuff going. If you're a tough guy that's with the D word, durable, then it's gonna go better for you, and that's just what it is, man. But talent-wise, but it's a lot of talented guys that get hurt, man. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, it's not gonna matter. It's gonna matter if you're there on the field. So that's all I can say. I think Rico's good. I think he has to figure out a way to stay healthy and to string together at least 6 to 7 games where he's consistently on the field. And I think that the opinion will probably change.
And I don't think it's a serious conversation at all. I don't think most people that's having this debate are really serious.
Right.
It's not serious because if, like I said, if you didn't factor in injuries, you playing. Another thing that let me know that people playing with this is not a real serious debate, is because you don't have no answers. You just crying, right? Now, when me and you was wanting shoes, what did we do? We looked at the free agents that was available, right? We looked at the different ways they can get it done, the smartest ways to get it done, right? It's a whole bunch of, we should have drafted a guy. Well, we can't do nothing about that. The draft over. So what's a real solution other than just bitching? Like, for real, like, what's a real solution, right? And you not hearing that. You just hearing Rico should be RB1 and Freeman should be RB1, and nobody says a word about the injury history. Not a word. They act as this is like this Madden. Like, if it was Madden, I promise you, I would start Rico. I would look at the data and say, man, he got high explosion than Zeke. Let's start him. No, these guys got real bones. And certain bones are made better for the game. Some people are Gore. Some people are Barkley. What is Zeke?
Zeke is like an Emmett prototype, bro. He's
Yeah,
very durable.
Emmett, Gore.
Plays through injury. Yeah, plays through injury. Maybe not as good when he's injured, but plays through injury. Always on the field. Has only missed a couple games in his whole career. You know, I mean, very, very durable, man. Very just big, just a tough physical dude, man. I mean, very durable. So.
And I know you got to go. So let me ask you, what would be the way to go about running back going forward?
And I just think that, man, it doesn't matter to me if you start Zeke or not. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. It just matters that you use him consistently on first and second down, also third down, and that in short yardage key situations that he's getting the football. That, to me, that's what matters for Zeke. I don't care if you want to label a starter or whatever, then that's fine, whatever. But with Zeke, it matters that you give him the ball in the right places consistently. That's how I would handle it. And to me, I would go get another back, but I would have done that like last year. But that's just me. You know what I mean?
All right, OC, I got it from here, big dog. If you got to go.
Salute, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and now X. You can follow me.
Stall from me, OC. I need to turn off this phone. Just give me a second.
Yeah, man. No sweat, man. One thing that I would just say, you know, on a real level though about this is that if you have Zeke as a starter, it doesn't hurt you, right? If you start Rico as a starter and then he gets hurt, then you have Zeke that's going to be Mr. Durable. But you got to have another back to me outside of Deuce Vaughn, which Deuce, you know, had, you know, definitely did. You saw a little good stuff from him in this last game. But I think that Deuce is a more change of pace third down back. So to me, you need another durable body in there. That's just my opinion on how to handle that running back situation. That's my opinion.
All right, man. I got it, OC, man. What's your closing words before you get out of here? And we never heard your thoughts on the game, bro. My bad.
Man, don't worry about it, man. I mean, the game, like I said earlier in the intro, man, it's overall solid.
Yeah.
Overall solid by the Cowboys, much improved, and I like what Mike Zimmer's doing with that defense. And I think that we're in a good spot, and I like to see our progression from preseason game 2 to preseason game 3. That'll tell me a whole lot. You saw the progression from preseason game 1 to 2, and now you want to see another cleaner step toward the regular season. But overall, pretty much good marks there. But closing remarks are just the same, man. I mean, the Cowboys are in a position to do more damage than people think they're going to do. We need CeeDee Lamb in the building, and they need to pay Lamb. Man. Those are my closing thoughts.
All right, man. Take it easy, OC. I got it from here, big brother. Y'all clap it up for the OC, man. Y'all clap it up for the OG. He'll be back tomorrow for the final word. I'm getting ready to get on the phones with y'all. My boy, I love weed. He always saying that 420. I bet you got that good green. He says Zeke smells the green end zone. Team Zeke, baby. Yeah, that's no doubt. Yeah, Zeke has a much better nose for the end zone than any of these running backs. Easily, you know, like easily. That's not hard at all. So it's a couple of ways I would discuss this. Cause let me just show y'all this and then I'm gonna take y'all calls. I talked about stat nerd stuff. So Dan Rogers responded. He said Rico's injury history isn't ignored, but he didn't bring it up in his tweet though, so it was ignored. Which is why it's important to have reliable backups. Okay. So somebody answer this question. Is Freeman, now he said reliable. Is Freeman a reliable backup? See, when you really break it down and add all the context, this anti-Zeke argument doesn't make sense. The anti-Zeke at RB1. Now, could the other backs even be more talented? Sure. I'll let y'all even have that argument. But I ain't gonna let y'all have that they're more reliable. Because the history doesn't show that. Zeke is not, in my opinion. I love the guy. And see, what are we talking about opinion for? Like, we got production. We got film. And see, did anybody do a film breakdown? It's only one person that I saw do a film breakdown on Zeke at New England, and you know who it was? BossCowboySports. Now, it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of opinions. It ain't no film. It's the same thing happened with Steele. I remember it was a whole lot of people had a lot of opinions when we was pro Steele over La'el Collins. All that talking, no film. The only people that actually showed their work was us. We the only people that actually did a video showing Zeke in New England. Ain't nobody else did that. But it's a lot of opinions. Just like you said, in my opinion. Why are we talking opinions when we could talk the film? He said, I love the guy, but from a performance perspective, why do people ignore his steady decline in the run back debate? He doesn't have the juice anymore. So this is supposed to be evidence of a decline. Stat nerd stuff. So this is your evidence of a decline. Averages per year. That's lazy. Lazy. See, because if we really talking about this in real context, in 2023, let's just use our common sense. Would you rather have this as your starting line or this? Let's try common sense for a second, see how that works. See, when you just throw up averages without context, you get goofy results. Did anybody also look at the context of what they was doing to Zeke, because him and the running back room in New England was the only threat? Did anybody look into that context? Did anybody look into the real the real data? Did anybody look at that? See, because my boy Outlaw went to work. Now this 2023. Okay. Zeke stack box, 8+ men in the box in 2023 was 17.93%. Are we gonna talk real context or not? So you had, first of all, a bad O-line and the most stacked boxes. Why? Why did they stack the boxes in New England more than the other backs in around the league? Because your backfield was your only real threat in New England. Your receivers wasn't a threat. Your quarterback was a threat. Your best way to win was the running game. So a lot of people, they get lazy and they start, but see, you talking to me. That lazy stuff work on other people. It don't work on me. You got to really dig into your numbers if you're talking to me. You got to really dig into the real context of what happened. We not going to look at just averages and call it a decline. We got to look at what's around you. We got to look at what they was doing to you. All of that makes a difference to your average. If we really talking real instead of just stat nerd blind numbers. No, let's put some real context with these numbers. Let's talk about the real facts of what happened with these numbers. So that was 2023. So 2022 and 2021 was the years he actually played through a knee injury. My boy say this easy work. It ain't. I don't think it's easy work for everybody. Some people just, they don't think through this stuff, man. They let people fast talking, bro. You can't fast talk me, bro. You got to, you take that somewhere else. You can't try that on me. He's declining. Look at his average. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you got to do better. And I already talked about this a lot and explained this a lot. Running back twos almost always have better averages than running back ones. Almost every time. It been through our whole history. It even happened last year. See, everybody just sucked up to Pollard and we put Pollard at war with Zeke. Look at Pollard average. See, he's better. Look at the average. The average says he's better than Zeke. Guess who had a better average last year? Rico. Oh, Pollard became RB1. Guess what happened to his average? It went down. It went down. Guess who had the high average when it was Felix Jones and Barber? Guess who had to have the higher average when it was Randall and DeMarco Murray? Yeah, Randall had a higher average than DeMarco Murray, but all of us knew who was the better back. Because guess what? RB1 is harder than RB2. And it reflects in your average when you talk about the full context of the difference between RB1's job and RB2's job. So let's talk about the context. So if you RB1, are you fresh or is RB2 fresh? Does it make a difference for you to get out there with fresh legs after RB1 wore down a defense? Would that affect your average? See, people don't want to have a real conversation about this. They want to play with this. This ain't nothing to play with. This is something that we should be serious about. And we not serious. We not serious. We trying to win a debate. This ain't about trying to win. This is about trying to look right to some. But then sometimes some people just disagree. Sometimes this ain't always nefarious. When people see things different, it's not always a motive behind it. Sometimes it is, though. Sometimes it very much is a nasty motive behind this. Like something just as egotistical as what we say about Jerry. He just want to be right. Well, what make you any different than him? Because until anybody can explain to me how going with an injury-prone backs at RB1 is smart. If you can explain that to me, I'll listen. I promise you, I will give you my full attention. If you can give me a logical case that's starting a running back with a long injury history, an injury history that's on the level of Tyron Smith. If you can talk about the injury history of Rico and the injury history of Freeman and how it makes this sense to give them the tougher, harder, grinding job of RB1, See, don't leave that out, your debate. Don't leave that out. If you're being honest. If you're being honest. See, I'm being honest. And so I'm going to tell you this, and I mark my words on this. I promise you this. I promise you this. I actually believe that this year Zeke is going to probably get close to 1,000 yards and about 8 to 10 touchdowns. I'm not saying that because he's necessarily better than Rico and better than Freeman. I'm saying that because he's going to likely be more durable than them. Just like Pollard. Pollard almost got 1,000 yards last year. Why? Because they had to depend on him more because Rico got hurt. I anticipate that the carries of Zeke is going to increase even in the committee, because if past is prologue, you're going to likely see one or both of those dudes miss. You already seeing Freeman missing some account. Yeah. Then on top of that, I think it's a good bet that Zeke is going to also have a resurgence. It's not a hard bet. Hear me out. It's not a hard bet because all you got to do is look at what's in front of them. If you look at what's in front of them, you telling me this line with what we just saw versus Vegas, y'all didn't see what BB did to Watkins? Y'all didn't see that? Oh, so y'all, I was the only one that saw what Cooper BB was doing to a top DT? Y'all didn't see how big them holes was? Oh, I got the film. Should I play the film? I ain't gonna play the film. I'll do that later. But I got the film in the day. Truck holes. Big old fat holes. But y'all think some kind of way a better offensive line ain't gonna make no difference. Yes. You now have Tyler Smith super glued and plugged in. He is literally the best guard in the league. Literally. Zach Martin still top 10 for sure. And you have the emerging of an absolute monster in the middle. And a lot of y'all, me included, I'm seeing more run blocking and better run blocker than I expected out of Tyler Guyton. And Terrence Steele is still the best run blocker out of all five. But he's declining, boss. We've seen this before, y'all. We've seen it. It also happened on your team. It was a time in 2015, you had a young bull, Lyle with Fredericks, young Martin, and they got a washed up McFadden. And he really was allegedly washed up. 10 years in the league. Officially, they was calling him a bust. He started exactly how Dallas is getting ready to start in 2015. In a committee of backs. And Randall got caught stealing. So they had to then feature McFadden the last 10 games behind that offensive line. And he still got 1,000 yards. We've seen this before. He's washed up. Darren is washed up. He's washed up. Running back is not a vacuum position. It's a position that's also heavily dependent on what's in front. So for all the people that really believe there is no chance of no resurgence in Zeke at all, you don't know your history.
Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
That boy said, I got the city on my back and it feel light to me. And as y'all sitting here, man, hanging around, bro, listening to Boss Cowboy Sports and this content, I appreciate everybody that's in the building. I appreciate everybody that's calling in. My boy Tariq said, boss, turn on them phones. I got the phones on, Tariq. So this ain't a good time to be getting no pizza, dog. If you getting some pizza, this ain't the time for that. We need you sitting down. See, Coach Marv already in the building. See, Coach Marv, he know how to have a seat. Tariq, I saw you. You was saying, boss, make sure you turn on the phones. I got the phones on. Where's Tariq? So, real quick, before we get to these phones, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. I say the things I say because I really want to win, just straight up. A lot of things I say, sometimes not popular. It's not. And I don't say what I say for y'all approval. I say what I say because I really believe it's best for the team. I don't have no ambition except to win. That's it. So, and that's just what it is. But I got the phone lines open, man. Coach Marv, if it's just me and you, it's just me and you. Oh, they in. I see they are in here. Okay, I got 4 people up in here. Coach Marv, I'm gonna save you, man. So you just hold on. You gonna have to be patient. But we go listen to you, Coach Marv. Just hold on. I'm gonna take this new caller first. I see a 602 number. 602, first time calling. You are live, my brother or sister.
This ain't no first time caller. This DP Johnson. What's happening?
Man, baby? What's up, DP? What's going on? What's up with it, bro? What's up with it?
I've been kicking back, bro. I caught the bad news. I had to drop it on y'all during draft club. Pop pass. So I've been laying back, kicking back, watching everything. Y'all been doing a wonderful job. I want to say that first.
Thank you, bro.
Bro, on some real talk, I said it after day 2 of the draft that we was better.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
Yeah.
We was better. And I said it because of the 4 guys everybody in love with. Tyler, Cooper, Villian, and Maris.
Right.
I was already good with them. We didn't miss on that one of them.
Right. We did. Ooh.
We did.
The conference has been locked.
I need a lot of folks to really fall back and hear me out, because this ain't going to be the first time we've had this exact conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of folks is mad, and you and O.C. did a wonderful job explaining that sometimes the shiny new toy ain't as good as your daddy's favorite tool.
Yes.
A lot of us got men in our lives that turn wrenches and cut wood and all that. Ooh. And yeah, they got a lot of pretty new tools. They got the snap-ons and all that.
Yeah.
But all of them got that one wrench, that one saw, that one something that they've been using for years, because they know, what, all this little pretty shit, I know what works.
Right.
Okay? The way we would really like to see Cowboy fans, I know we want to see it. We're not going to do all the fancy offensive run schemes that some of these teams we be getting into it with do. It's just not our offensive coaching. That's not their philosophy. Schottenheimer want to line up and run this ball down your throat.
Yeah.
Y'all remember back when y'all loved Zeke, what his philosophy on offense was? We just gonna line up, and we're gonna punch him in the face, and punch him in the face, and punch.
The conference has been unlocked.
Till he fall down. Well, that's what we're built for. Why everybody mad? Because we got 3 dudes that are all 330 and human movers in the middle of our line, and we got sledgehammers lining up behind them, but y'all mad and want to scat back. Why? So y'all can treat a scat back like Tony Pollard, like a power back like last year? Why is y'all asking to do the same dumb thing?
Right.
Embrace that we got sledgehammers.
Right.
Embrace the fact that when you do get done to load that box, you got the true MVP back here just waiting to dice your ass up.
You got the true MVP. Facts.
Y'all gotta stop back and quit complaining and appreciate what we got. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all was talking about Rico. I love Rico's talent, bro.
Yeah.
That being said, Rico been hurt since his sophomore year in college.
Facts.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how Rico got.
The conference has been locked.
Cause yeah, Deuce is short. He's not small though. He runs up the middle. Know what I mean? And it's not like we should have been surprised that he do that. Did you not see his film against Alabama? This ain't new to Deuce.
They need to use Deuce. They need to use Deuce, and I agree. He just need
our club is used to. We like. You say what?
Nah, you right. I'm mad that we not seeing more Deuce. We need to see more Deuce, for real.
Deuce need to be running with the ones, bro. We need to see if he can really be a weapon, and we're not gonna see that just playing him against backups. Know what I mean? But here's the thing though, bro. Like when you sit there and you got a guy who's been hurt for the last 6 years, and you automatically push him up against a dude who's got production over that time, and you'll never get that dude a fair shot, you're cutting yourself short. Here's my point. Who's the second longest tenured guy on our defense?
Who's the what? I still didn't hear it. I heard the Wi-Fi got you. One more time, D.
I said, who's the second longest tenured player on our defense?
Oh, second longest tenured. Is that Tank? Tank? Or Malik Hooker?
No, Tank. Tank number 1. Malik Hooker ain't been here 3 years. Jordan Lewis.
Oh, you talking about on our squad? Okay, yeah, Tank.
Jordan Lewis. Yeah. Jordan is the second longest tenured player on the defense. But half his career, we didn't get to see him, all because the coach was mad he was a half inch shorter than Anthony Brown. So we're going to do the same thing with Turp and Deuce.
Oh!
We got 2 dudes, every time we give them the ball, they make plays, bro, but we ain't going to give them the ball because they short? Come on, that's stupid. Have you not seen Brandon Cooks and Turpin walk past each other? They're a half inch difference in size, bro. Cook's a little thicker, but they a half inch difference in size. We got to stop being scared, bro. Let these people play. If Tyreek Hill had been a Cowboy, he'd still be on the damn bench because he's short. We can't be scared to play the guys that we drafted, bro.
Yeah.
That we signed, bro. They say you draft them, you got to play them. Play Deuce.
I don't understand
get hurt.
watching somebody make plays and do nothing.
Bro,
yeah, Deuce not, but Deuce is an elite in terms of his quickness and shiftiness. Deuce is that dude you do not want to see in space. I promise you. As a defensive player, I promise you don't want to see Deuce in space. You do not want to have to tackle
you know what
little
my
Deuce.
favorite play of that whole preseason game was? When they called the power play up the middle and Deuce hesitated. Looked like he was finna get bottled up, but he put his head down and literally skirted under a block and popped out next to the linebacker 6 yards later.
Yeah, 6 yards later.
That was beautiful.
Man.
That was beautiful.
You gotta use Deuce.
What that does to a defense's mentality? When I know I got all these 330-pound dudes on, I gotta have my head on a swivel because this little dude might pop out of anywhere.
Yep. Now you see him and now you boop boop. Yep. It's
Look,
annoying.
it's a dude that played in the league. You remember Trump candidate played for the Rams?
Mm-mm.
Okay, Trump played for the Rams in like the late 90s, early 2000s. His little brother Robert, I had to play him in high school. At the time, Robert was due size. He was 5'5", running a 4.4. Do you know how hard it is to find that behind a big offensive line?
Yeah.
I'm in the box coming down as a strong safety. I'm looking for this dude. I'm in there just to hit him.
And
but they pulling and shifting, and then I gotta be on the swivel. I got big dudes hit me and hit this little dude come popping, bro. That's pressure.
No,
why we got pressure? We got turn. We got dudes. Give him a shot.
You got to give him a
That's all
shot.
I want to say. We talking running backs. I gotta get it out there.
Man, get it out there, DP. Good call, bro. That was DP. I got you locked in too, bro.
Cowboys Nation, y'all stand up and be ready, man. Yeah, go ahead and lock the new one in.
I got you locked in, DP.
Boss. Be good.
Man, that's my dog. And see, DP, man, listen, y'all. DP, he touched my heart, bro. He lost his father. And it touched my heart. It really did. It almost brought me to tears, bro. I looked in the comments and my boy DP was like, bro, he said, bro, I hate that I missed the draft show. My father passed. Like, people got to understand how committed that is to the Cowboys, and you know what I mean? And just to where he felt like the brotherhood, you know, that we've all established here, that he still felt like my father passed, but I also felt like I needed to be here as well. You know, that just shows the commitment, bro. Like, you know, and DP is a good, smart dude. He know ball, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, y'all, I appreciate you, DP. I just want to say that, bro. Really do. So, let's take some more calls, and y'all stay courteous to the other callers, man. Let me see. I got a good panel in here. I got my boy Keystone over here. Let's go with Keystone. Keystone, bro, we got you in here. What's up, boy? Keystone, you live.
What's the deal, bro? How y'all feeling?
Hey, you gonna be able to make the watch party on Saturday?
Hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing you. I hear you. Yeah, I gotta work this weekend, but don't worry, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna let you know.
Hey, we need to get you in all the watch parties, bro. Yeah, we got to get you in all of them. All the ones you can make. Just let me know, and then we got to get you in. All right? But go ahead. What's on your mind?
Oh, yeah, I'm with it. Most definite. Yeah. My situation is when I was looking at Zeke, because, we talked about Zeke for a good minute, and I understand that everybody want to pull the plug on Zeke. I know Zeke ain't been Zeke since, 2016, if you really ask me, because we always talked about running lanes and opening gaps for Zeke. And we have struggled with that year in and year out. And the way I'm seeing in camp, as well as the preseason with this line that we've got right now, even with BB, with this opportunity to create holes, on a good day, I believe Zeke could still get like about 4 yards a pop.
Yeah. I think he go average that behind this offensive line. I think he go average that. I think he could be about 4.1.
Yep, and deal with the situation he's in. I'm not really caring about those big runs no more. I'm all about moving the chains.
Thank you, bro.
And then put him out there in the red zone, and then put him out there for red zone purposes.
Give me the
probably
points.
Get us a 7 at the most.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm good with Zeke, though. That's what I really want to tell everybody. I'm good with Zeke for right now.
Yeah.
And if Rico just stay healthy, we'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna let everybody else eat.
Man, I appreciate it, Keystone, and man, let's get you in the watch parties, bro. We got to get you in there, bro. All right.
Oh yeah, I got you. I was gonna hit you when the regular season kick off. I'll let you know from there.
I got you. All right, big dog.
All right, later.
Okay, boss. Can I not be the last caller, please? All right, Tyreek, you next. Tyreek, you next. All right, Tyreek, what's up?
Thank you. What's up, Boss Cowboy? How you doing, man?
What's up, Tyreek, my dog? What's up with it, bro?
Cooler, man. What's up, Cowboy Nation?
My dog.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, me and you had the Zeke conversation back in the day.
Yeah.
When we found out we got Zeke back.
Yeah.
And the thing that I don't like that the Cowboys are doing, you know, I'm not trying to hate on Zeke, but what I don't like is they put a bubble wrap around this dude, and it's like, yo, bro, okay, we remember the old Zeke, but when you left here, it was a bad taste in our mouth about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that playoff game, you didn't show up. Tony tried to show up, but he got hurt. And where was you at? And I think that left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Like, far as
hold on, let's go back, Tyreek. Let's be accurate with that.
Yeah.
Was it that he didn't show up, or that he didn't get the touches? Come on now, because it was only 15 touches.
I could have sworn he was getting the touches.
No, he was not. It was only 15 touches between him and Pollard. It was a lack of commitment to the running game. It was, matter of fact, when they was running the ball versus San Fran, they was eating with Zeke. They went away from it. Like, people, I heard people say that all the time, like he disappeared in the playoffs. Go look at his touches. Go look at his touches. His touches was trash. Both San Fran games, him and Pollard. It was a shame.
But the only difference I say between him and Pollard in those games, Pollard was popping. Like, Pollard, we scored in that first San Francisco playoff game because of Pollard got in the game. And Zeke kept coming, not letting the man get in the game. I feel like I wouldn't put this on Zeke. I would put it on the coaching too. That was bad coaching. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Pollard gave us a chance. Because we scored our first touchdown, if you remember, in that San Francisco game. In that first one, we scored because Pollard got in the game. When Zeke got in the game, it slowed down. We wasn't getting that same pop. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of, and that's why I really believe that when Zeke and Pollard was on the field the last time together in that San Francisco game when he got hurt, San Francisco hurt him on purpose because they knew if Pollard got started, it was going to be a problem. It was going to be a long day. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Zeke is a problem.
I just don't think anybody can get started if you don't give them the carries. That's either one of them. Period.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Neither one of them can get started. And this the other thing I'm going to say. When I hear about San Fran, a lot of people, not you, Tyreek, not you. I'm not talking to you, and I'm not talking at you when I say this. I just noticed this. A lot of people act like that San Fran was some bums on D. Them boys had the best D in the league with us. It was only two teams at the very top defensively. Us, them, and Philly. And it was mostly them. So I heard a lot of people say, like, Dak didn't play that good. It's like, bro, who played good versus San Fran? You with me? Like, what offense played good versus San Fran?
You said what offense played pretty good against San Fran?
Yeah, what offense?
Only offense I seen really well. Detroit played good against them in the playoffs.
Yeah, last year.
They played pretty good with them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But not last year. Them 2 years with, because see, last year one was Zeke. You see what I'm saying? So that was I'm saying the year before and the year before that. What teams? Because Green Bay played them, got mopped. You see what I'm saying? San Fran D was tough.
Yeah, they've been having the best. They've been having the best defense. I'll give you that. I'm gonna honestly say that I gotta give us some kind of props for our defense too, and how we played against them in the playoffs.
We did.
The offense didn't show up.
You're right.
You know, I gotta give our defense our props too because we battled with them, especially that first one.
Did.
That first playoff game, we battled with them to the end.
Second one too.
You know,
second one?
Yeah, second one too.
The second one's even better. Like, in terms of how defense battled, man, defense showed up.
Yeah, it's just the offense. It was the offense that didn't show up.
Right.
And that's the whole thing to what I'm saying is I don't want no more stalling out type of offenses, you know what I mean? Like my man just said a couple calls ago, he like, yo, I really believe like Rico was the weaker link on this running back room, if you ask me, because he gets hurt the most. You know what I mean? And I like what I seen out of Royce Freeman this last preseason game, and I definitely like what I've seen out of Deuce because now I'm seeing the progression in him. Like he looks like the game now. He's starting to see what it is in the way that he's cutting and moving around.
Man, them holes just big, bruh. Tyreek, those holes are bigger.
Exactly. I don't want to let my man. I don't want to let my boy Deuce go. I don't want to let Freeman go. I'd rather let Rico go back to practice squad. I'm just being honest, and, and that'll make me happy. You know what I mean? That'll make me a lot happy because the reason I say that is because I know what we're gonna get out of Zeke. You know what I mean? But if we're gonna try to preserve Zeke and we want Zeke to be ready for these playoffs, you know what I mean, through this hard season, we need two Zeke type players and a Rico Dowdle type of player to really take the pressure off him so he doesn't have to be the only battle ram throughout the whole season. That's what I'm saying. I don't want a guy that potentially can get hurt and then he's going to be out for weeks. You know what I mean? In Rico Dowdle. I'd rather let me take the two guys, you take the more experienced guy in Zeke, and let me take the other guy in Royce Freeman because he looked good moving the pile, and let me take the guy Deuce that could run, that probably could run past somebody. You know what I mean? Or I can get him in the flat, and he's going to run past somebody if he's in the open.
So
you know
Tyreek,
what I mean? Rico's okay, but I'm not sold on him.
Let me say what you're saying. So you saying Freeman, Zeke, and Deuce?
Yep, and number 40, the fullback. Give me them four. And I'm ready to rock and roll.
That's nasty. See, that's a physical. That's physical with some scat. I like that. You know what I mean? Physical with some scat. That's mostly physical, though. That's mostly physical.
I'm okay with that because the league has showed you that nobody else wants Rico Dowdle but us. Nobody else is going to pick up Rico Dowdle if he goes on waivers but us. He's going to come right back.
Yeah.
And he's going to be sitting there waiting just in case something happens to Freeman. Just in case something happens to Zeke. He's going to be right there. I'd rather keep him on the practice squad than Davis. Davis wasn't showing me nothing. He hasn't shown me anything. You know what I mean?
Malik Davis? You ain't like Malik in preseason?
I like the Malik. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I feel like they took his confidence away when they did him like they did him last year.
I think he playing pretty good for preseason.
You know what I mean? By setting him down like that.
I think he playing pretty good in preseason. He not trash. I'm seeing some juice in your boy.
No, I don't think he's trash. I ain't never gonna say that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said trash because you didn't say trash.
Bigger jump with Deuce.
Yes, a bigger
jump.
jump.
I'm not saying he's trash, but I'm just seeing a bigger jump for Deuce. I see the game.
I agree.
You can see him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to let another team pick him up. We got what we need. We gotta learn how to work it. I don't want us to be on some.
You know what I see with Deuce, bro?
Money.
Call me crazy. You know what I see in Deuce? I see a baby superstar. I do. I feel like if Deuce get in rhythm, he gonna go crazy. You know what I mean? I think Deuce could take over some games, like for real. Like Deuce, one of those. Like I see start in Deuce. You know what I mean? Like I could tell he made for them moments. You know what I mean? I see swag in him. He's small, but I see some real big boy swag in that boy.
But he's not scared though.
That dude got that juice, bro. Dude. Yeah, he got that juice. He got juice, like for real. And we call it in the hood, thups. You know what I'm saying? When you got that agility, you can put the feet in the ground. Boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? Ooh.
Yeah, man.
He one of them be having balls falling into each other. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. Like he one of them,
you can't see him. You can't see him.
No, you can't see him.
Boys, if they blocking up front, come on, man. You know that, and that's what I'm saying. I just want our team to turn into a run efficient team that can do the play action, be deadly with the play action when we have to be deadly with the play action. Because all that throwing out of the shotgun stuff, that needs to slow down a little bit until we really need to do that. That's where I feel like teams be teeing off on us because they know we're not running the ball. And I think that's what been our downfall, especially when it comes to these playoffs. in some of the bigger games. You got to be able to run the ball efficiently to beat the better defenses.
But
you know what I mean? And
Tyree, let me take these other calls, big dog, because
all right.
we got Coach
All
Marv
right.
and D Schiff. But good call, Tyree,
Okay.
man. All right. And I'm glad we ain't fight this time, man. I had to put hands on you last time, man. You was good this time, bro.
Nah, I'm not trying to say Zeke a bum,
No,
but I'm just trying to say like, yo, man, we can't give Zeke all the reps. Nah, man, we can't just bring him back and give him all the reps. No.
You remember I shot you, bro, and I was wrong. I had to apologize the next day, bro, because I shot you too fast.
Yeah.
And then you was actually telling the truth. I went back and listened to it. I said, "Oh man, I tripped out." So, good call, Tariq. Good call as usual.
All right,
man.
I'll let you, boss, man. All right,
man.
Cowboy Nation, let's go.
Good call, man. That's the OG Tariq, man. He always bring that fire. We got 2 more calls. We got D Shift. These are some power hitters that's on the line. So we gonna go with D Shift. D Shift, you lie.
Man,
what's up, man?
Man, I think overall, bro, what it is for our fan base, we don't really know how to operate without a running back one, because that's just kind of like what we used to having, right?
Yeah.
Man, I was watching the 93 championship game with the Cowboys and the Niners. You know what I'm saying? It was on the YouTube feed, so I was like, man, why not, you know?
Right.
And then so, man, I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at Emmett, man. I'm looking at the way he came at it. He had like 99 yards total offense first quarter. You know what I'm saying? He just took the game over. You know what I'm saying? And we haven't really. And like the backup, he ain't see time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the backup wasn't coming in only, you know, when Emmett was out of breath. That's it. And boom, I'm back in. You know?
Yeah.
And Zeke played that way at one point in time, man. Zeke had that between 16, 17, and 18.
Yeah.
Where we saw that, and a little bit of 19, I think, as well. But then, like, it started waning off, all right, and then he had the injuries, you know. And then, like, 2022, you know, it was just kind of, that's when Pollard kind of started emerging, started doing the running back 2 things. So I think the argument gets, you know, spouted off because we're focused so much on Zeke as a running back 1 versus just letting it be like a Jerome Bettis type situation when they won the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Like, boom, all right, cool. Bettis went like that dude, but like he was a vet.
Yeah.
He was physical. He was durable. He was dependable. You know what I'm saying? I think Zeke's in an advantageous situation in that he gonna get spelled, you know. And if we just take all the pressure and expectation off of it and stop looking at it like 2016 rookie Zeke, like, because we ain't paying him that money no more. You know what I'm saying? I can see we was still paying him that money, and you know, I'm sure there's like cap ramifications from the last contract, but overall, man, like putting all that aside, like that's still like Bettis, you know. And
Man,
he can spell.
that's crazy you said that, bro. You know I did a whole video on that, bro. 2 times.
Oh wow. I mean, it's probably dwindling in the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
I just think
I've definitely watched
it's
it,
a
you know?
smart career comp. What you said. It's a, like, when you looking at careers, right? And like Pittsburgh could have gave up on Jerome.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the 3 years prior to when they won that Super Bowl, his numbers was looking like they were starting to crash. But then one of them younger
And that
backs,
was back in the time when all you needed was a name still.
yeah. So it obviously it's just one of them things. I think when you're a football person like you, D Shift, and you trying to find a comp, Jerome Bettis makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense. Like the Jerome Bettis latter part of Jerome Bettis' career, where he was with Willie Parker and he was with Deuce McAllister, and Deuce got hurt with a hamstring, and Willie Parker with Bettis won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? To your point, you know, and everybody was looking at Bettis at that time like they was looking at Zeke. Like, you just go be complimentary, you know. But the durability of Bettis was what it is. It's certain backs durable. You know what I mean? Like the young bulls will get injured, but you can depend on big head Zeke. You know what I mean? Just what it is, you know? It's just what it is.
And
so
he's not in a situation where he's gonna put himself in harm's way neither no more. You know what I'm saying?
agree.
Like I think he's more open to the idea of staying fresh, and he's a veteran, so he has that savviness to understand. Like I ain't gotta like run through these walls no more.
You hit it on the head.
You know what I'm saying?
See, and I know you right from the film. You right from the film. On the film breakdown I did on Zeke, to your point, D Shift, you've been doing your work, bro. If you go, I know you did, but if anybody go watch Zeke from New England, he not dishing out the punishment like he used to. He more so protecting his body. You see what I'm saying? Like he'll let you have it if he have to, but he was a lot smarter with the physicality in New England. I see exactly what you said, bro. Everything you said, I totally agree with it.
Yeah, Zeke ain't trying to get 25 carries, bro.
Nah.
He's not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But he's still trying to be efficient now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
he
what I
got
see.
Paid.
Yeah.
He done been a superstar.
Yeah.
But now it's about being efficient, being smart, being wise about it. You know what I'm saying? Using the committee around him, like, boom, yeah, okay, cool. He ain't got the juice no more. He's not that guy no more. But, like, Bettis wasn't either. You know what I'm saying? It's a different league, but it ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the running game still matters. You rarely see those running back ones anymore. Teams rarely try to get the running back ones anymore. But the running game still matters. The running game has still been a factor in every Super Bowl.
Facts. Especially these recent ones.
So. Yeah. And so the committee, that's I think what we got to be more accepting of is understanding, because we ain't seen that, and we also ain't seen a running back one in a while. It's been like say 2018 since we seen a true RB1, 2019 maybe.
Right.
And so like we just used to having that with Zeke and Murray. We try to make Barber that. We try to make Julius Jones that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we try to do that based off what we got in Emmett and Dorsett and all that. That's been the Cowboys, but we got to be more accepting to this committee. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just sit up here and try to treat Zeke like he trying to be a RB1, because he never came here and said that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His vibe just different. But that's a bit, boss man. Go ahead, man. We'll sit back. Listen to old coach, bro.
I appreciate it, D Shift, always. Okay, big dog.
Yes, sir. Yes,
D
sir.
Shift know
Appreciate
that
you, bro.
ball, man. D Shift know that ball, man. He cold with it. All right, we got the legend, man. Let's go ahead and get to the legend. Coach, you last.
What's going on, boss?
Thanks for being patient,
hey,
Coach.
Oh, yeah, I'm patient, man. I'm just disappointed, man.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in our Cowboy Nation. I am so disappointed in our Cowboy Nation. But I understand where it comes from.
Okay.
I understand where it comes from. And I understand that how our organization feeds in for where this comes from. This comes from because if you really want to be truthful about it, if the Cowboy Nation really wants to be honest, they don't want to run the football. They want to put it in the air. And the Joneses know that. And they're going to cater to what you want. They're going to cater to what you want. If you really be honest with it, if we win a game, we ran for 250 some yards, and Dak throws the ball for 100. I remember last year, one year against the Falcons, 2 years ago, he threw for less than 200 yards. I think they won by what? We won by 3-4 touchdowns. And we had fans and people wondering, was Dak gonna get loose and get rolling? But you won by 3-4 touchdowns. But to take a guy like Ezekiel Elliott for his last year, for him to have 900, almost 1,000 total yards, because people forget.
He catch.
He had 57 catches last year for 6.1 yard a catch and 2 touchdowns. Did anybody say anything about juice when you got a running back that got 57 catches for 6.1 yards?
No.
And 2 touchdowns? Nobody said nothing. But the year before, he only had 25 targets at Dallas, but he got targeted for him to get 57 catches in New England.
New England used his hands.
If we talk about
like they used to use it at Ohio State. That's the only time ever.
That's right. He always can catch.
Yeah. The last time I saw
Always
Zeke
catch.
used like that was Ohio State. Dallas never used Zeke the right way in terms of his catching. Never.
Well, they had some years early that they gave him the 50-something.
But those are screens. Those are mostly screens.
Yeah, but they got to the point. Yeah,
it wasn't how New England was doing it. You know what I'm saying? New England was doing it with flare outs, leak outs. Like how many you was talking about Emmett. Remember you sent me how many catches Emmett had?
Yeah, Emmett, he had 60-something catches, man. You know, curls inside me.
Yeah.
Around
dump offs.
He was, and Moose Johnson had, just admit it, they use the backs in the backfield of catching the ball to move the sticks. And you can get big plays because you got your better people in open field.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to
say.
I want to see somebody run it back.
You also talk about this a lot. When you leaking it out to them backs like that, you putting the running backs on them cornerbacks. You making them tackle. So you talk about that all the time. You try to get guys to do what they don't like to do. You try to make because you make guys. I'm stealing this. I'm stealing this from Coach Maul. You make safeties cover and you make corners tackle.
That's it. You make them do what they don't. That's why corners are corners. Because they don't tackle as good as safeties. Safeties are safeties because they don't guard, they don't cover as good as corners. So you make them do what they don't do there, and you got a better chance of being effective on.
Right.
That's what you put in people in place. Right. But let me say something about the running back.
Yeah.
Do we understand when we talk about? I heard Tariq say when he left, he left the team with a bad taste in the mouth. Well, let's talk about that last year that Zeke was here. There were 17 games. There's been 17 games in the NFL for the last 3 years, right? Don't you know with the extra game, there only has been 7 to 8 running backs in the last 2 years that had 1,000 yards?
Right.
With an extra game.
Yeah. And
don't you know Tony Pollard is one of those two that had 2 years, he had 1,000 yards, but we threw him in the trash. We said we talked trash about him. But he's 2 of those back. Don't you know Zeke was one of we had 890-some yards his last year here with a hurt PCL, with another running back in the backfield that had 1,000 yards, and it wasn't number 8 running backs that had 1,000 yards. Don't you think that that's pretty good when you get almost 1,000 yards being hurt with another guy that ran for 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
That don't happen all the time.
Right.
Again, we talk about excitement. I hear we talking about Deuce and all this here. I want somebody to bring out a tape for the last 3 years of Cowboy history, last 3 seasons. And there's been one guy that gave us more exciting plays and busting plays than any other person in Dallas. And who that was? His name was TP, Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
If it was a kickoff, he done ran them back. If he ran back with catches, he ran for 70 yards. Runs, he ran for 40, 50 yards. But once he did do 1,200 yards, and he did it, we said, hey, he's got to go. Now he's in Tennessee, his first preseason game. He averaged 9 yards carry.
Yeah. TP looked back.
But you know what we say? We throw people away. But the reason why, boss, the real reason why is we really don't want a run game. We want a run game if it's all right to give it to the back. If he gets 10 yards a carry or gets a 70-yard touchdown, we think it's okay. But if it have to be a grind him out game where he got to get 4 yards here, he may get 6 yards here, he may get stopped for 2 yards, but he may get 8 yards, 3 yards, tough yards. Like it's supposed to be in real tight playoff games. We don't want that. We need it either be 100 yards or no yards at all, we need to find somebody else. Well, I'm telling you, like Mike McCarthy said, what the Dallas Cowboys really said when they brought Zeke back. You know what they was really saying? And Mike McCarthy might have was saying, we should have never let him out the door last year.
Yep. Because remember, one of the reports that came out said that Mike McCarthy was upset that they took too long to sign Ezekiel. Remember that? That came out this year.
Let him out the door last year.
And see,
because they would have got 800. They would still got 800 yards out of him, and they would have got Tony Pollard 1,000 yards, and Zeke was healthy enough. They might have been a team that got 2 running backs in the 1,000 yards. And remember, boss, there's only 7 running backs in the league that got 1,000 yards, and we had 2 running backs that can get 1,000 yards. So that means both of these guys were good, and they was good. And you know something else? Why we think Freeman might be looking good, and if you don't even compare Freeman to Ezekiel Elliott. And don't even think about it. He get released, that he ain't gonna be picked up. Freeman won't even be in the league if it wasn't for the Cowboys. So let's go even talking about what Freeman will be in the league. You know why Deuce? Let me tell you something. You know why Deuce and Freeman and probably Tony Pollard started to look good as a running back? Know why? Because these guys keep telling you, Zeke in that locker room, in that running back room, is not only gonna make the Cowboys better, he's gonna make every last running back in that room better.
Hold on real quick, Coach.
And he has done that his whole career.
I gotta read this. This is Special K. Me and you, Special K. I remember her. Special K. See, Special K is older. Special K, man, Special K said, real talk. I don't care so much about the yards. I care about the TDs. Ooh, we missed when we got into the Reds. Man, see, both of Zeke last year in Dallas, he had 10 plus TDs. We didn't have a problem moving the ball. That's what I care about.
12 touchdowns, boss. His year that we say he left a bad taste in the mouth. When you got 8 running backs and get 1,000 yards, he was 100 yards away from 1,000 yards. He had 12 touchdowns, and he had a running back that had 12 touchdowns with him and 1,000 yards. But he still put up those numbers. That with a torn PCL, you ain't gonna find another back in this league to do that. And we're crying. That's why it's not about if it's about Zeke and could he put up numbers. Be honest, Cowboy Nation. We just talk about running the ball, but we ain't committed as a fan base to running the ball.
Coach, let me say one more thing before you go. Because, you know, we crying about running back, right? I'm hearing a lot of like people like, this running back, we need to run the ball. I think you're right. I don't think people care about that because at the end of the day, this offense was still top in yards and points. You know what I mean? That's why I don't believe this is a real debate. I think most people just trying to be right on whichever side they on. You know what I mean? I don't think this is really about winning with most people. I think this is about, they put their flag down on a side, either pro Zeke, anti Zeke, and it's about the flag. It's not about what's true.
And it goes back to what I said to you, boss, the other day. And I'm going to continue to say this all year long. Until we earn the right and learn how to grind to get to a Super Bowl, if we think we're going to ride in the limousines and the Cadillacs and style and profile our way and say we got it big and we them boys and we do it big and we can do it flashy and we exciting, we are always going to come up short in the biggest moments. But the teams that grind and earn their right in this football arena are going to always come up on us. We always was big in Dallas. In the 90s Cowboys, the 70s Cowboys always was big. But one thing that they had they set standards of how they prepared. They were the hardest practicing, the hardest hitting, and the biggest partiers. But when they got the football, they was on point, and it was no nonsense. And they came to play every game. Between the ears, they were ready. That don't mean you can't be out there on your podcast and have a good time. But when it comes to football, those teams was grinding. The Cowboys in the 90s didn't blow nobody out. You was their boss. They ain't blow everybody out. They won a lot of games, 17, 14, 24, 21. But they won games.
Right.
And they knew how to grind it out. Until we learn how to grind and stop being Hollywood, we're always gonna come up short in the biggest moments. That's what Green Bay was saying. We are front runners. We ain't got no substance about us. They didn't think they could beat us. They didn't think they was better than us. They just felt that they was more mentally tougher than us to win. That's all it was. So that's what we got to get to. And with all this talk about, we got a guy that's mentally tough. Maybe McCarthy and the Cowboys brought somebody that had that type of substance back here that was a grinder. And they felt that they missed that grinder that can get on people, because those guys respect Zeke, because they know Zeke will he's gonna put it out there on the line, hurt or not. He's always gonna put it out there on the line. So how we eat our own, Zeke has done great for us. There is no other organization. We talk about the ownership, talk about players. There is no other organization that would have a guy that put his work like Zeke, and we'll be talking shit about it. No other organization to do that but the Dallas Cowboy fan.
All right, Coach. Good call, man.
My fault.
All right, sadly, Coach Marv not gonna be with us on Saturday, man. He got a prior engagement, man. He gonna be out of town, so we ain't gonna get the great Coach Marv on the watch party. So we gonna hold it down without old Coach. But interesting day, interesting week. It's something that I'm gonna talk about sometime this week. Okay, it might be tomorrow. I might do this tomorrow, but it's something that I gotta say, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna tag Dak. I usually don't do that. I'm gonna tag Dak on this one. Dak needs to close the door on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna talk about that probably tomorrow before the final word. If not, then it's going to be Wednesday, but Dak needs to close the door. Like, for real. Like, all the way, close the door. I'm going to explain it. I know some people are like, what you mean? Nah, he needs to close the door. And I'm explaining it. It's very important. This is going to probably be one of my most important shows. I think Dak is playing himself a little bit. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to be all the way honest about it. I'm not going to pull no punches with it. I'm going to be straight up. It's a certain kind of way you got to kind of lock in, and I'm going to talk about that. You know, I think his goodness is being used against him. So I'm going to break that down. But today we was talking about the good guy to a villain. And see, I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying. CeeDee Lamb did not turn himself into a villain. He was turned into a villain by leaks coming from front office to make him look greedy. I already showed y'all people saying, hey, he turned down $33 million. That was the whole design. Is they wanted to pressure him through the media, through the fans, and make him out to be a villain. What was people in the chat saying? Just because they starting to catch up to the facts. But we gotta pay the other guys. 33 not enough? Yeah. See, this is what J Tuck warned about. Around this time, there's an effort. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Around the time when it's time for our players to get paid, It's a design effort to turn Cowboy fans into zombies. The Cowboy fans becomes the weapons for front office. Yeah. And they infect us through the media. They'll go out there and leak it out and say, he turned down 33 million or 32 million. But they won't say, but the guarantee was low or the duration was too long. It's just a hit job to make him look greedy. And it turns their best guys literally into villains. And just think about it. And I want y'all to really ask yourself this question. If you had a year like what CeeDee had, you broke the playmakers record. And people forgot he really didn't get going to game 6. They was under targeting him. And Jerry literally said in the beginning of the season that he didn't want him to get a lot of targets. And that's when he was speaking out saying something is weird. Yeah. And you fought to get the ball, showed and proved that, yeah, when you spam me, shout out to landlord, that I'm going to make this offense go. Did his part, was basically, if you would have targeted him the right way from game 1 of week 17, he would have likely had 2,000 yards. He would have likely broke Calvin Johnson's record. And you still telling him and going out your way to say, you are not Jefferson. And I want y'all to think about this. Our front office is literally the only front office that says publicly, you are not as good as the other team's guy. And they fight to keep you under the other team's guy. Now, the other teams fight with their players, but they eventually show them the respect and say, we believe in you. We're making you the highest paid receiver or quarterback or whatever. Now, Steven and Jerry, they fight to say, what did they literally say to Tank? What did Stephen Jones literally say to Tank? You are not Khalil Mack. You are not. He said Khalil Mack and Von Miller. Who do they bring up when it comes down to contracts? Well, with Mahomes, until you get one of those rings like Mahomes and Tom Brady. In other words, Dak, you ain't no Tom Brady. You. It is no other front office that go out their way to say, I want you to play hard, but we are in the public. Go let everybody know we don't believe in none of y'all. And when it's Michael Parsons time, they gonna be saying, you not no Bosa. You not no TJ. Yeah. But right now, the message is what? CeeDee Lamb, you are not Justin Jefferson. Yeah. They have literally turned the good guy to a villain. But I'm going to be talking about some more stuff coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? This is also part of what it means to be a Cowboy. We chose this team. This goes with this team. The drama, the distractions, we chose this. This is the team we chose. This is the team we still got to live with. I say challenge them. Challenge them. That's what I do. I challenge them. And for people, and I will say this too, when it comes to Zeke, and I'm out of here after this. When it comes to Zeke, if Zeke, Rico, or Freeman or Deuce is not looking like they are up to par, then we need to start talking about trades. We need to start talking about doing something. I think we got time at running back, but it's not time to panic. Straight up.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Hit that like.
Look, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Look, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got